rollo, mijo? ¿Cómo andamos? ¿Cómo te trata la vida, güey?
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day. The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Se supone que aquí está cerca la señal. O el dibujillo raro. ¿Qué onda? Qué bueno que ya llegaste. Aquí debe estar el otro.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
¿Te acuerdas dónde están esos símbolos? En Chile no me acuerdo nada. No, pues aquí hay puro muerto, no mames. Está todo hecho cenizas aquí. Aquí siempre hay errores en la Matrix. Ay, era el fuego. Esas sí son jaladas. La puerta. Déjame checar los controles que no me acuerdo de nada. Ah, es con el F. Déjame acuerdo entonces correr. Creo que ahí. Sí, man, ahí. Pero yo no le veo el parecido. Si tuviera ventas en toda la cabeza, era, ahí sí fuera parecida. Creo que era más libre a correr directo hacia el fuego. Bueno, el juego es malo.
let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears.
Raise your world to the ground!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Me llegó Scorpion a hacerme su fatality. Y no estuvo bonito. No tengo que encender otra mamada. Ay, aquí son 3 cosas. Sí, son 3.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Sirth. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Sí, este juego ya es medio viejo, Pero te digo, imagínate cuando salga el 2, cómo se verá, güey. Pues aquí encajaría bien chido, no mames. Aquí no hay nada. Aquí es donde debe estar. Ahí sí era, no mames. Sí, la historia está bien chida. Por eso me encantó este juego. Uy, ¿cuál será? ¿Qué tal si le quito el ojo mal y me tengo que devolver? ¿Cómo sabía que el color normal era el incorrecto?
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Está cerca, esa madre. Tan cerca que casi lo puedo saborear con Patricia.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Pues no pasa nada, pero pues te va contando de lo que ha pasado y todo eso y pues está chido escucharlas. Cuando la acabé en el Switch, qué chingada. Cuando la acabé me faltaron completos.
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop! Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire!
She's dying!
It's him. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Certain, take his mark, and I will cheer you from here and forever be dead.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Defend yourself. Quickly get up.
Valió madre.
Get out of the way. She's injured. She can still do it. He's getting stronger. You must stop him. You must stop him. Cersei getting stronger. She's strong. Stop him. What to do? They're winning. Better fight.
Ay, que no afecta nada. Nada te afecta.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end,
Oye, bro, ¿hasta dónde te
we all
quedaste del
fall.
juego? Y solo llegaste a completar.
Even the gods have their time.
Que ya no sepa a ti cuándo va a ser lo nuevo.
Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled
¿Te das
my
cuenta que
quest.
esas runas,
Yes.
bueno, las piedras que hablan son como coleccionables, ¿te das
Darkness
cuenta?
comes.
Nada más es eso.
I vow to guide you in this life and the next, to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answer, your quest, your truth.
Truth was a
Mira, si
troubled
pareces
man,
pech de Mortal Kombat.
scholar turned slave. They tortured him, took him with them on their raids, drove him to madness,
Ah, cabrón, ¿cuál es esta de
spreading
lugar de
this new
forzarlo?
form of darkness to new worlds. To my world.
Hace como que te recupera vida o te da como más energía utilizar el medallón cuando hace el focus. Aquí si mal no recuerdo me tengo que regresar hasta el principio otra vez. Vamos por acá. Creo que por aquí llegué. O quizás no. Oigan, ahora cómo me regreso. Nada, por supuesto. Eso hace mucho de hueva, que tienes que devolver hasta el principio. Y me acuerdo del camino. Creo que vengo de aquí. Vale, ahí vengo.
Senua saw a deep connection form
Bueno,
between
pues
the
sí voy bien.
Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it.
Por aquí arriba,
She learned everything she could
pero es
from
muy
him,
mal.
until she too could see what he saw.
Qué buena idea. Son todo verde, no sé qué significa eso.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again.
Creo que ya
Be sure
llegué.
of that.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting?
She
Open the
has
gate.
to open
No,
the gate.
don't. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate.
Darkness.
Don't. She's done it. So dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross
Only
into
the
hell.
dead may cross.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control. But way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoiled by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
El Mario 2 estaría chido en esa forma. El 3 también, pero siento que los estaría más chido.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him.
Joder, Mario
Made the
World con puro
suffering
tubular.
worse than death.
Ahí
And
estaría
you
chido.
wanted to surrender, abandoning to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Vas a querer otra cosa.
Do it. You're close.
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling.
He can read.
Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
Defend yourself.
más alto así. Está más difícil.
Take him down now.
Uy, ahí está. El estilo de pelea es un poco diferente porque se siente más pesado. Está más pesado el estilo de pelea.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Apenas sentí llamando un cachetado.
Quick, get up! They're coming! She's hurt. She won't make it. It's nearly over. Finished. Behind you.
¿Cómo les escribí?
He can't come for you. He's down. Surprise him. Ignore the pain. Finish this. Finish this.
Ahí está. Hay que se pone chido con estas cosas. Porque tienes que mirarlas desde una perspectiva para arreglarlas. Tira arriba, pero... Pues al alcance sí es un poquito de esta mona, pero pues no se siente algo tan disparejo. Ah, me perdí otra vez.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd,
Pero ve el agua,
and is
va con
challenged
chanfle.
by the giantess.
puta feo para acá la chingada.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Y aquí hay una tacha.
Oh, Senua. Your father does not hate me. He just fears the souls in the underworld. He cannot see that they are already afraid. But I am their healer, and I must answer their cries for help, even if it displeases him.
Ganas de tener el modo asalto de las relaciones todas. Que te inició ese modo.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Ojalá, porque la verdad este juego sí es muy disfrutable. Me falta una, pero no me acuerdo cuál es. Aquí es símbolo verde, ¿no? Ah, no te subas. ver qué gráfica va a ser la mínima. Sí, sí, ya también apenas lo aguanto en los gráficos más altos, a menos de 60 FPS.
It's opening.
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering.
Como jala para apuñalar.
Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Did it? It's
Not like this.
It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick.
Pero luego habla otra.
It's a trick. He's already dead. You can't see him. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. Yes, no, he's here. It's in your mind. Him. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Tengo el Evil Wing, uno que dicen que está bien chido. Ahí lo tengo, pero todavía no lo he ni empezado.
There it is. You're imagining this. It's Dillian. He's gone. You were too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's Inbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Sí me enojé mucho con esa actualización a nueva generación por $10. No me acuerdo de qué juego era y no importa el juego. Lo que importa es que una actualización que muchos te la dan gratis y te quieren cobrar.
Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
The the Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Por aquí no es el camino, pero no me acuerdo dónde hay más piedritas que abren.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Ya salió el camino.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
parte de la rolita está chida.
It's not real. Do you really think it's real? You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the
Ya
same.
voy a llegar contra Hades.
See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dilly. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
By the tree. Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Que otro pedo ya primero largo. Imagínate cómo se vería el lava, güey, los reflejos con un ray tracing.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's
Esta parte
face,
del árbol está bien
he
chida, güey.
bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister, plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood. Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy, and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr, answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands. Face the trials.
Where is it? Find it. There it is. Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn. And it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
After he was killed, she's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword Tyrving.
He loves her. It's not telling the truth. He loves her.
Aquí se va a poner feo.
Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Con madre se hace que se ponga pero fuego.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember? I'll find him.
What was that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian. Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear him? Where is he? He sounds like he's getting...
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon
A ver cuánto
becomes their
eran estos
leader.
partes.
When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them.
She has to keep going.
She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Hay que incendiar todo.
I can hear him.
Within the burial mound, Herver calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
To save you. Find the voice. Find him.
Pero el fuego se ve bien chidote. Que los gritos no tanto.
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find another way. Think. Focus. Use your mind. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers. You don't recognize it. Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do. You know where you are. She doesn't. Listen for his voice. Listen. Dillian. Where are you? Listen for his voice. Dillian. She can't hear it. Does everything look the same? Looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it? It's not him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick. This doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening?
Quiet.
It's not.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
It's Dillian. That doesn't sound like Dillian. It sounds like something more dangerous.
That voice. It's not Dillian.
Creo que quizá poner feo.
Dillian wants me to face my fears. Father?
Desde el principio las escuchaba, güey, no mames.
I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
Solo que hay una parte de un laberinto que está perra.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods.
La pura cachetada la traen.
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
It's done. You did it, but there's more. Going. There's more. You're tired. You have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy? She hasn't got the energy.
Qué rápido. Se van ya.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy. Creepy. It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where
mames, dicen que es creepy, pero se ve bien chido este lugar.
This is wrong. This has to be. There he is. Dilius. The light. Go towards it. He's in the house. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water... She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
Si era para donde estaba. Sobre esta agua brincaste. Ah, con razón.
Senua.
The bridge. It's broken. Fix it. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed. You must. You have to get to the house. You have to find Dillian. Found a way to climb the tower. The ladder. Quick. What now? You can see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge. You passed the trial, get to the house. You succeeded.
Solo me tengo que devolver al principio, agarrar el pinche puente.
Now you have to find him. Quick, get to the house. Get to the you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Creo que esa es la parte culera. Mira con mi colonia.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there?
Es la parte horrible.
Come out if you are.
A ver cuánto me tardo en enseñarlo.
Focus.
On the runes.
Focus the runes. Come on.
Dillian! They're coming for me!
Someone's calling you. Someone's calling you.
What's that voice? You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him.
There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away.
Feel it.
You'll die.
Feel it.
You're dying. The burning has
She's
begun.
dying. The burning.
The burning has begun.
Go
There
to the
it
gate.
is.
There they are. The
Focus.
runes. You can get focus.
Two more.
Two more to find. Where are they, Senua? Where's Dillian? Where are you?
What should I do?
Aquí se va poniendo bien horrible.
Your sword. You
The
can
light.
Go towards it. Focus. Focus. Focus.
Look.
To find one more. One more.
That's it. Don't go lost.
Find the other symbol you're lost.
Look again. Where is he?
Where are you?
Don't let it see you.
It is.
Go towards it. Run.
Found it.
Focus.
Ah.
Focus. You've got them. Where's the door? Find the gate.
Get out. Run. Look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
¿Dónde está la salida? No la encuentro.
I can't find you.
Acá está. Sí, la tenías que lo que es, fíjate.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. It doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this is nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong?
Sí, la neta sí. Pero lo bueno es que ya está.
What if this is the end? It's just a trick.
No sé cuántas me faltan. Creo que nada más me
You've been
falta
fooled
esta.
before, you could be fooled
¿Esta
again.
o nada más dos? Estoy yo, pues.
You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
Lo voy a dejar hasta terminar de hacer
I
estas
want to
madres.
tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Pues mira qué buena vista. Ay, esa parte de las máscaras está horrible.
Focus. You want to see what the mask sees? No, she doesn't. Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter.
It's nicer.
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What happened?
Güey, ¿cómo me iba a pelarme si no,
Let's cross it.
si no encontraba los sellos para abrir la puerta, güey? Me iba a poder meterme después.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is
Pero
not
ve, ya
amused.
voy en esta última blanca. ¿Ve cuántas me falta? Poquitas nomás. Bueno, son un chingo, pero ya son menos de la mitad.
Dillian is in. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to fight Dillian. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you. He always said he would. He's close. He cares about you. He's close. He loves you. Calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here. Dillian. We're nearly here. We're
Ay, qué buenas construcciones.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? No, thank you. It's not safe. Dillian, there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go before he disappears. Dillian, don't. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark.
world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the glue. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Dillian's in the tower. He's there.
No
nobody will love them. Can you remember what love feels like? Everything she
Más largo el Ori que
destroys the thing she loves.
pero pues también el Ori lo acaba al 100%. Si hubiera acabado nada más el juego, hubiera estado más pelado. Pero la primera vez que yo me tardé como unas 8 o 10 horas.
You kill the things you love with your curse. You kill the things that are most precious to you. Las máscaras es mucho ir y volver, ir y volver. Esa es la parte más de hueva. Las piedras que hablan, esas sí son opcionales. Pero esos que están en las puertas, pues son da huevo. Doesn't know who killed him. He's the reason she keeps fighting. You can't go up there. Not in this world. No, not in this world. You can't. Remember Dillian? Do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice?
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
¿Dónde está la madre esa? Es lo contrario a esta madre. Creo que la sombra, güey.
Safe. Dillian loves you.
Aquí está.
Senua, you've got it. Why isn't he here?
Ahora sí puedo abrir la pinche
He's gone.
puerta.
He's in the dark world. He's gone to the dark world. You're in the wrong world. He's in the other world. The dark world. Without you. Because you struggled him.
Creo que lo voy a dejar hasta esta parte porque la neta. Esta parte sí está larga.
He led you astray. You should have listened to him.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there. He's up there. Listen to him. How do you get love? There's a way. And it tortures them. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way.
Ingeniero civil ni que nada.
Curse.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there.
Creo que en esta semana ya me lo
Loki
hice por
asks
completo.
him why he wasn't taking Poland. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands.
Believed in you.
And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
You have blood on your hands. You are guilty.
Que vi pide 3
Was it
sellos
worth
de
it?
burla.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love,
Ya, ya cállense.
but the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future.
Y ni así se cayó.
Two realities tearing at her soul.
When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Do you know? Was it worth it? You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead. How does that make you feel?
Aquí hay una pinche. Acá está.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute? What does she think she's doing? She's
Aquí
You're
uno.
special. She
Ahí
thinks
está.
she... They mean nothing. Being special. It's a waste of time. Could all
Ah,
be a
pero la que
waste
empieza
of her
otra
time.
vez.
What if the gods are just toying, playing? What if the gods are laughing at her? Messing with her. It wouldn't be this. The first time.
Porque en ese día.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Simón, es lo que vi.
Your curse has
La
claimed
parte de los
Dillion.
personajes y no se me hace la parte de
He was kind.
es lo que más me da hueva.
You broke him. You killed him. He couldn't see the dark.
You have no time for this. Speedy.
¿Dónde está la otra?
These rooms mean nothing. It's all part of their game.
Pero falta
They've
una.
set you trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? It's laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to Dillion? That's Dillion, and you're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle? She thought she could defy you.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Y más de estas madres.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work? You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere. Everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense? The gods were lying.
Cuando salga de esta parte del árbol, me voy. Aquí lo dejo.
Playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense.
Ya creo que nada más me falta una, esta ya la dejo para...
But it doesn't mean anything.
You can't read this language. You don't understand.
Sinbel was right.
You wasted time. She had your
Cursed.
You succeed.
Oh, so quicker.
Darkness.
Nobody will love her.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happened to the thing she loves.
It destroys the thing she loves.
Dillion!
Oye, sí, pues ven, crúzate tú.
It's not safe. You're going to fall.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld
You're going to fall.
and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel.
You can do it.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Be quick. Be quick. Careful. Breathe. No! Where's he gone? It's your fault. He's disappeared.
Perro.
He's gone. He's lost him. He's gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I'm not.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
Creo que falta uno, pero eso lo dejaré para el otro.
Inside, you're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears. They're going to take everything. They're not yours anymore. They're going to take everything you have. The memories are ghosts. They belong to the gods.
¿Qué lo voy a dejar pues?
They're eating